Welcome back to our channel where we present updates and concealed tales about the royal family. We are happy to offer the following news. Meghan Markle. Go mad after social Medial exposes the hilarious scandal with Kim Kardashian. The Duchess of Sussex's perceived standing in Hollywood's informal social hierarchies and the marketing of her new lifestyle business. American Riviera Orchard have dominated recent public discussions. Social media posts, short-form video, niche retail placements, and online commentary have brought observers and commentators together to offer a variety of interpretations that combine factual reporting with conjecture and evaluation. This analysis examines public material, retains factual facts, and traces the main interpretations and critiques. It places those lines in the context of celebrity culture marketing and internet public discourse, so readers may analyze how signals were received, amplified, and repurposed into larger narratives. The latest online dispute began with a Kim Kardashian Instagram Stories post. The image showed Kim, her sister Khloe Kardashian, Britney Spears, and Spears' manager Kate Hudson posing informally indoors. The photographs, which showed joyful smiles in a relaxing setting, were significant for their celebrity lineup and timing. They came around a week after Spears reactivated her Instagram account. Such timing enhances the interpretive potential of a normal celebrity social media update. To understand why that Instagram post resonated, consider Britney Spears' recent public situation. Prior to her Instagram reappearance, Spears' disagreement with Kevin Federline resurfaced in the media. Federline was rumored to publish a memoir about their relationship and their two sons, which drew renewed public scrutiny on Spears. That scrutiny brought back memories of the severe long-term attention she endured during her conservatorship, which ended in 2021. Spears' return to Instagram was seen by many as a way to reclaim control of her public narrative. One of her early posts encouraged followers to own their boundaries, a reference to her recent personal struggles. Celebrity communication relies on context and time. Photo of pals can be a private keepsake in a calibrated public message. Instagram stories can be screen-grabbed, reposted, and exposed to a far larger and more diverse interpretive community than the creator intended. Public appetite for relational signals, who is associated with whom, who is dining with whom, who is photographed together, feeds an interpretive economy that reads little visual cues as evidence of massive strategic alignments. Thus, the Kardashian post with Spears simply posing alongside one of America's most media-savvy families sparked curiosity. Given this, many online observers saw Kim Kardashian's public sharing of images with Spears as more than just a friendly meetup. Many commentators, especially those familiar with celebrity ecosystems' intentional use of social media, saw the message as a sign of solidarity. Celebrities use social media to form alliances and rally support for vulnerable characters in this reading. Kim Kardashian has hundreds of millions of followers, so the Kardashians may broadcast support at scale, amplifying the rhetorical power of any visual association. Many interpretations were normative, presenting the Kardashians' behavior as a celebrity culture rule. Successful insiders protect their own. Some commentators called the photos a Hollywood masterclass in relationship management. The idea was that when a circle member under reputational pressure, the group rapidly and publicly forms a public buffer to signify internal coherence and shape external debate. The social media post was viewed as affection and purposeful, reassuring a prominent figure under pressure that strong peers support them. This interpretive frame was used to compare Meghan Markle with Prince Harry. After leaving their positions as senior royals and migrating to California, the couple's transition into the entertainment and lifestyle industries has been closely examined. Despite their fame, critics say the Sussexes have struggled to negotiate Hollywood's unspoken rules and complex power dynamics. Many internet forums compared the Kardashians' seeming unity with Spears to the Sussexes' apparent inability to form reliable partnerships. The underlying lesson was that the Sussexes have not built reciprocal ties that can be activated in times of public vulnerability, which limits their ability to influence events or support each other like insiders. This interpretation is based on a number of claims about celebrity networks that influence in Hollywood is based less on formal contracts than on personal loyalty and mutual support, and that those ties represented by public gestures like joint photos, endorsements, and coordinated appearances constitute social capital. Commentators said the Kardashians' treatment of Spears showed this capital in action. They did not just show friendliness, they shaped public perception. The Sussex's public engagements, detractors say, are transactional, focused on brand building or venting complaints rather than long-term alliance building. This critique takes up long-standing public disputes about authenticity and performativity. Every public figure self-presents, but the question is whether such presentations are rooted in lasting relationships. Ability to call on friends and peers matters in economies where reputations and endorsements translate into invites, deals, and protection. However, intentional distance-limited releases and selected collaboration may constitute an alternative social capital model that values independence and carefully vetted partnerships over wide reciprocal gesture networks. Celebrity ecosystems have two logics which create different expectations of belonging. Critics also cited unproven reports and rumors about the Duchess of Sussex as evidence that she breaks celebrity reciprocity rules. Meghan Markle has never confirmed that she has contemplated or been shopping for a book about her personal life. Some media reports said the book would focus on her royal family experiences, while others suggested it would explore her earlier marriage. Commentators likened Kevin Federline's projected memoir to a breach of family privacy for profit in the Kardashian-Spears debate. Those who saw a tell-all as personal betrayal, which would break intimate relationship rules of confidentiality and solidarity, called it despicable. Why a tell-all rumor elicits moralistic responses is worth exploring. Many social milieus, familial, fraternal business, have codes concerning what is kept private and what is publicly exposed. Violations can be seen as trust breaches. When a prominent figure with intimate access to relationships is accused of commodifying them, the reaction can be intense. A former insider sharing a truthful reconstruction of events raises concerns about reputational collateral damage in celebrity situations where story ownership is contested. However, memoir and personal revelation are common ways for public personalities to reclaim narrative power, monetize life experience, and advance causes or clarify stances. Whether a book is mercenary or emancipatory relies on its substance, tone, and context, which external viewers cannot see at the time of publication. The Kardashians' public support and these unsubstantiated rumors about the Duchess created a polarized dichotomy in many online commentaries: the Kardashians as symbols of loyalty and cohesion, and Meghan Markle as symbols of transactional behavior that risks alienating potential allies. This narrative claims that the Duchess's actions and professional practices have separated her from celebrity culture's informal but powerful social architectures that foster long-term success and resilience. Many commentators concluded that the Sussexes could learn from established network players like the Kardashians about the importance of cultivating authentic reciprocal ties, and that Hollywood social capital is not merely performative, but built through repeated acts of mutual support. Parallel cases and historical precedents exist. Celebrities who formed thick mutual back-scratching networks, think co-star ensembles, dinner party circuits, and production partnerships, have mobilized attention and turned social goodwill into lasting enterprises in recent decades. Certain creative communities, actors who suggest each other, producers who engage recurring partners, stylists who manage many careers, often had cumulative rewards beyond any specific publicity moment. Soloists and adversaries have often faced rigorous examination with fewer friendly interlocutors. These trends are probabilistic because alliances change, outsiders can become in-groups, and businesses reward varied social capital. The Kardashians' comparison is a valuable heuristic, but it does not prove a correct path. This argument's shortcomings are important. Social signaling and unverified statements about private intentions are key, but the existence of these tales in the public domain does not prove a planned strategy or the Sussexes' relational orientation. However, these narratives show how symbolic activities like Instagram stories can be used as proof in disputes about belonging, influence, and reputational management among high-profile figures. The Duchess's commercial initiative, American Riviera Orchard, is also under review. This upscale lifestyle business used a soft launch strategy. Companies utilize soft launches to gather input, improve operations, and increase awareness before a major rollout. American Riviera Orchard launched with a mood-driven video and a well-managed Instagram account. A targeted seeding effort gave a few influencers and friends jars of homemade strawberry jam with the brand's label. The jars had the brand emblem and As Ever M, a personalized sign-off that some mistaken for the company's stylized name. Luxury and lifestyle founders employ soft launches to test packaging supply chains and pricing before mass production. They also let marketers test messaging and generate scarcity for full launches. Soft launches require careful narrative management, especially if the creator is high-profile leaked photographs, misread signs, and unusual presentation might be exaggerated. The label's personalized signature, As Ever M, sent a mixed message. Also gave fans closeness and ownership, but also posed problems for critics about brand identification and whether the product was an artisanal intimate gift or a commercial SKU. The brand released another short video and Instagram reel to continue its early advertising. This short-form content intentionally avoided sales pitches. Instead, a montage of precisely shot, high-quality footage, coupled to a muted musical accompaniment, emphasized sensory detail and craft process visuals above product explanation. Hands placing items in a rustic yet elegant gift box and close-up pictures of flower sprinkles being placed to a package were shown. The visual narrative focused on texture light and peaceful domestic elegance, not product specs pricing or availability. This style is common in luxury brand communication. High-end labels use compelling imagery and understatement to market a lifestyle or mood, not just a product. This marketing strategy promotes the company as an icon of taste to justify premium price and create desire. This design may resonate with an audience that values manicured domesticity like the Sussexes in Montecito, California. The industry uses mood-driven storytelling to produce earned media editorial placements and supplementary product halo effects. By blending personal narrative with meticulously maintained home and food aesthetics, Martha Stewart Living and Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop have established long-term equity. Curated emptiness works best when buyers can project their wants into it. If the visual or idea is unclear, mystique can be viewed as opacity. The brand's basic marketing split opinions. Supporters said the restrained, sensual presentation gives the name stylish and discriminating status by fostering exclusivity and authenticity. They indicated that American Riviera Orchard was signaling a long-term reputation of focused luxury positioning approach by not flooding feeds with direct buy links and discount codes. They believed the initial rarity, handcrafted presentation, and individualized labeling created a mindful curation image rather than mass-market commodity. Critics saw the same stuff differently. For them, the reels and other content were frustratingly imprecise, failing to explain what the products were, where they could be bought, their price, or what consumer demand they met. The artistic emphasis on mood and texture became elusive, obscuring meaning and hindering practical participation. This review noted the lack of a clear call to action, a marketing element that directs consumers to visit a website, buy, or sign up for a mailing list. Critics said the content risked being self-indulgent and detached from potential customers' daily habits without that direction. Marketing experts say a soft launch can be opaque to safeguard supply limits and promote mystery, but it must be balanced against alienating potential purchasers. In a digital economy, customers have limited friction tolerance if a desirable product is unavailable, or its value is unclear. Interest can soon fade in favor of rival, more transparent options. Celebrity-founded firms face this dilemma because the founder's identity raises expectations and the reputational implications of any mistake. Negative comments focused on the brand's UGC use. Consumers and fans create UGC, which is not brand-owned. Modern marketers typically use real individuals using or loving a product to promote credibility, adaptability, and community. UGC's efficacy often hinges on curation and alignment. A congruent image with the brand's aesthetic standards can boost attractiveness, while a mismatched or incompetent contribution may lower value. A user-submitted photo of a whiskey sour cocktail garnished with the brand's flower sprinkles was criticized for its styling, lighting, and photographic quality, which clashed with the brand's aspirational visual language. Critics compared the image to highly polished editorial food and beverage photography typically associated with established brands. The UGC shot ruined a classic cocktail and lowered the brand's upscale status, according to critics. This reply highlights a conflict in modern brand management community input, promotes authenticity, but also brings quality variations that must be managed. UGC is an opportunity and a logistics challenge. To enhance brand image, large-scale UGC brands invest in moderation workflows, quality standards, style guides, and selective reposting. When a new brand is closely curated, external content has a disproportionate impact on public perception. Because American Riviera Orchard was still developing, a single-user photo was used for wider criticism. Some observers predicted the brand's future, saying the existing marketing approach was so poor that even a high-profile endorsement could not fix it. These critiques often cited an Oprah Winfrey favorite things citation, which has historically boosted sales for featured products. Skeptics said even a formidable platform may struggle to overcome positioning and execution mistakes. These doubts reflect a more general media logic: endorsements can boost sales, but they cannot fix structural difficulties in product-market fit, supply chain readiness, or category positioning. Proponents countered that a trusted tastemaker endorsement is one of the fastest and most dependable ways to change public image and signal trust, especially for a business that emphasizes taste and curation over price or utility. Gift boxes and curated packages suggested a holiday launch or themed special, while the brand's visual language and pacing suggested a bigger seasonal ambition. A larger launch was criticized since the existing materials convey a fragile tone, and a holiday campaign based on the same aesthetic style might not succeed. However, supporters claimed that the slow-burn invite-only atmosphere might create scarcity that drives premium demand. The same marketing choices can be interpreted differently depending on evaluators' assumptions about brand strategy and target audiences. Along with the digital marketing launch, the brand's physical retail partnership with a local independent retailer garnered attention. American Riviera Orchard signed an exclusive distribution deal with Montecito Bookstore, the godmothers owned by Jennifer Walsh and Victoria Jackson. The unorthodox placement of gourmet food and leisure items in literary retail prompted target market alignment and channel strategy problems. The connection benefits the brand by placing it in the Duchess's local community, creating a boutique retail environment, and leveraging a cherished neighborhood institution. A bookshop can promote leisure reading and home-centered hospitality for a company looking to associate itself with domestic warmth and curated taste. However, business experts and online critics question the rationale of selling high-end food and homeware in a venue where its main customers may not buy for them. Distribution into gourmet food purveyors, luxury department stores, specialist gift shops, or carefully curated lifestyle boutiques may better correspond with audiences ready to buy premium jam, artisanal sprinkles, or boutique candles, critics said. Thus, some portrayed the Duchess's bookstore choice as an opportunistic use of personal relationships rather than an optimum channel decision, accusing her of using friendships to achieve good local retail placement. Retail strategy involves trade-offs. A locally anchored launch can boost community goodwill, press access, and regulated in-person experiences, but it can also limit reach and invite nepotism claims when personal relationships are involved. Luxury market entrants frequently start with local or pop-up placements to build aura, then increase distribution to national partners. Clear messaging about whether the initial staging is a charity community-focused gesture or the first step toward a broad rollout is crucial to its success. Photographs of the in-store display circulated and sparked debate. Using the brand's rustic chic aesthetic, a window-adjacent table was filled with American Riviera Orchard jars, candles, and stacked products. On the display table among the things for sale was an open and partially drunk bottle of sparkling wine. A store visitor posted the image on X, previously Twitter, where critics called the exposed alcoholic beverage unprofessional and possibly illegal. Many retail spaces must comply with alcohol licensing and public safety regulations, and the photograph raised doubts about the display's curation. Legal and regulatory issues are typically disregarded in aesthetic critiques, but providing or allowing alcohol in retail settings can lead to licensing, health and safety, and insurance issues. Even though the display was meant as a prop, the public's fragmented interpretation turned it into evidence of operational expertise and attention to detail. After the outcry, a new shot of the display showed a different configuration. The open bottle was replaced by a pyramid-shaped candle stack and a little sample product. This quick change suggested that the brand and bookshop were watching social media and responding to criticism. Whether this was an acknowledgement of a mistake or a reactionary attempt at damage control, it strengthened the sense that the deployment being handled in near real time under worldwide scrutiny. Through the Godmother's e-commerce platform, the retail relationship included internet sales. The bookstore's website listed the flower sprinkles as an American Riviera orchard product with 122 units in stock. This stock figure suggests a boutique small batch release rather than mass market distribution, which is telling. Detractors portrayed the launch as fragile or likely to fail, implying the items would remain unsold and expire, while others saw the limited amount as a luxury strategy that emphasizes exclusivity in inventory control. Even minor inventory openness can be problematic. A public tally of 122 units prompts math-based discussions on sell-through, shelf life, and demand forecasts. Language and regulated distribution help brands make scarcity a feature rather than a bug. Scarcity can improve perceived value if accompanied by captivating storytelling and high conversion channels. But if it looks to be due to supply limits or misjudgment, it may indicate bad planning. These events demonstrate the unique challenges of creating a celebrity-driven lifestyle company online. The court of public opinion considers every creative choice, visual style, messaging, explicitness, UGC retail partners, and shop table staging. For high-profile entrepreneurs like the Duchess, whose personal narrative and public past are already under great scrutiny, little mistakes can be amplified into tales about competence, sincerity, and strategic wisdom. The public response to the Kardashians' Instagram post and the American Riviera Orchard debut shows how social belonging and commercial appraisal converge. Many of the above remarks critique the brand based on the Duchess's famous social integration. Critics of the brand's marketing and the Sussex's social strategy cited Hollywood's perceived lack of reciprocal alliances as a reason for the brand's launch's potential lack of sophisticated support networks. Supportive readings suggested that aesthetic choices and community-oriented commerce may indicate a coherent brand philosophy rather than strategic incompetence. This relationship between social standing and business success is not unique to Sussex. Celebrity-backed cosmetics, home items, and cookbooks have done better in ecosystems of editors, stylists, retail partners, and tastemakers. Private relationships become earned, media influencer amplification, and curated placements in such ecosystems. Brands must use paid media, direct-to-consumer CRM, or experiential pop-ups, or take a slower incremental road to market without such networks. A significant number of the most compelling assertions that critics make are founded on interpretation and normative inference, rather than on facts that can be demonstrated concerning the goal or private considerations. It is simpler to interpret an Instagram story as a representation of a relational philosophy than it is to demonstrate the private ways in which relationships and strategic alliances are created over time. This is because the online environment magnifies statements that are both resonant and narratively neat. It is possible to overlook slower, iterative business plans while doing an evaluation of the marketing efforts of a new brand that consists of a few social postings or a small store presence. On the other hand, the episode imparts various valuable lessons about contemporary public life to superstars who begin to engage in commercial endeavors. To begin, social assets and social capital are two separate concepts that operate in tandem to strengthen one another. The visible acts of support that high-profile personalities perform can serve to safeguard their reputations, whereas commercial initiatives that appear to be misaligned with a founder's social network bring examination that goes beyond marketing critique. Second, the use of luxury branding strategies such as soft releases, scarcity paradigms, and communication that prioritizes aesthetics can generate some level of attractiveness, but they can also lead to misunderstanding or miscuration. The third point is that although user-generated content is genuine, brands nevertheless need to review and adapt it in order to maintain a distinct visual identity. As a result, both practitioners and observers can acquire additional operational lessons. Founders have the ability to mitigate these criticisms by tightening in-store staging and complying with local regulations, anticipating the distributional optics of retail partners, creating a clear pathway for consumer action, even during soft launches, such as an email capture or waitlist, and implementing a user-generated content governance process that strikes a balance between community engagement and brand standards. A modest launch combined with a minimal possible commerce mechanism, such as an online waitlist, pre-order or email-only access window, has the potential to transform curiosity into measurable demand without compromising supply limits. It is possible to eliminate off-brand user imagery for retail placements and to professionalize the customer experience by staging tastings or in-store events that are suited to the customer's needs. Reposting user-generated content UGC should be done in accordance with the desired aesthetic by utilizing a procedure for submission and approval consumer style guides and legal permissions. When communicators have a better understanding of the relationship between social signaling and product marketing, they are better able to determine when it is appropriate to share relational moments and how to exploit such moments to develop commercial momentum. It is possible to make strategic decisions, such as aligning product reveals with trusted third-party endorsements, staging soft releases in regions that are geographically and demographically compatible, and developing rapid response operational playbooks for aesthetic, regulatory, or inventory scrutiny. In conclusion, the images of the Kardashian-Spears family and the arguments surrounding the release of American Riviera Orchard demonstrate how celebrity business and public opinion interact within a media ecosystem that is strongly interconnected within itself. The Sussexes and Meghan Markle are adjusting to life in California as public celebrities and business owners, and these occurrences are a part of their story. To those who are observing, they provide a live case study that illustrates how the process of social positioning and brand growth takes place in the permanent spotlight of digital publicness. As the American Riviera Orchard brand continues to develop through product debuts, retail decisions, and marketing variations, and as the Sussexes negotiate their social interactions and public communications, it is probable that acute observation and fast judgment will continue to be necessary. In the future, when every image and product placement can be interpreted as a signal about belonging strategy and professional expertise, the discourse that follows will continue to depict the complex interaction of celebrity commerce, personal history, and public sentiment. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts and say goodbye for now.